Hello. On behalf of all of us here at Simulated Flesh Dynamics, I'm very excited to bring you this most recent episode of Microwave Cooking for One with Flesh Simulator. What we're going to be making today is Nutritional Broth, the official Flesh Simulator Nutritional Broth, or Flesh Broth. It is a chicken bone broth based liquid that is calorically dense and rich and has, we'll get into what it does. Alright, so I believe I have the things needed here. Paper cup. You'll need that. Plastic cup. You don't just need something that's microwave safe. We will begin by opening up a container of unsalted chicken bone broth. You can use salted, but it's... I think this... okay, so either... Yes, this is the fresh one. There's one of these that has been opened, and it's just been sitting out for several months. But I did not want to... Yeah. Alrighty. Oh no, I got the spoon wet. You're not supposed to get the spoon wet to start. But, a little bit too late now. Bear with me. Alright. Cool. Then, into this, Cayenne Pepper. Get open. There we go. You'll want about a spoon worth. Actually, it depends on how much you like spicy stuff. This is very hot, but I like spicy stuff, so. Yeah, this much. First powder added. The other ones you're going to need, I'll just go over the ingredients also. In addition to cayenne pepper and bone broth, you're going to need ground ginger, ground cumin, peanut butter, salt, and MCT oil, and an egg. We'll get into what they do as they come along. A lot of ginger. You'll want a lot of ginger. I have like a heaped tablespoon or so. Worried that was cumin. You do not want a lot of cumin. Cumin is very strong. Cumin. What does cumin do? Cumin forms sort of like the spice base note for what we're going to be working with today. So what cumin is, if you're not familiar, is you know the difference between this, like the flavor of chili powder and the flavor of just cayenne pepper? That's cumin. A little bit goes a long way, but you do also need it for this. It forms the kind of synergistic flavor effect. Like, I don't know, what's that? Half a teaspoon? Salt. Always important. It's going to be gross if you don't have it. Salt to taste. Might be too much. Might not. We'll see. Okay. So we've got this. I'm going to go put this in the microwave for a minute or two. You need to get it nice and hot. Okay. Now in the meantime, while that is microwaving the broth, etc., we're going to get started with this. You are going to take, I would say, about as much peanut butter as you can fit on a spoon. Like, I can probably get a little more on there, but like this, like a big globule. All right, let's try to get that off here a little bit. Close enough. Next, we're going to be using our MCT oil. What is this? This is basically like, okay, so you know butter, like when you go to a seafood place and you can get drawn butter for lobster, or just like the clarified butter, this is that, but for coconut oil. It filters it to be entirely medium chain triglycerides. If anyone in the comments is familiar with bulletproof coffee, that is the same principle. Like, these are a much more bioavailable source of fat. So it's immediately converted to energy instead of slowly. But when you combine that with a source of fat like peanut butter, which is just the regular kind, that it gets this sort of, IR, XR, boom, boom thingy. Let's see how much of this to add. I'm gonna try to not block the shot. It probably would have been easier if I had done this one first, but I'd say like a tablespoon worth. Just because it's going to be overly filling otherwise. Like, this is what I've got in here so far. Let me try to get it to where the camera's focused. That might be a little much, might not. We shall see. Let's get this stirred together just a little bit. I will go grab the chicken broth. Okay, so here we are. We're back. I'm gonna make sure this is nice and stirred around. Because we're gonna need this to be. We're gonna need this cup empty in just a second so we can do the egg thing. So let's mix the hot broth in with the peanut butter MCT oil concoction. We've got our nice empty cup now. Now, here is the question. All right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I'm doing these steps, why I'm mixing these things. This broth is more or less a kind of deconstructed dystopian take on West African peanut soup. You know, it's got the underlying chicken flavor, peanut butter, ginger, cayenne, cumin. And I guess it kind of has like a little bit of like a, Thai Penang thing going on with the flavor of the MCT oil. Now, if any of you are acolytes of the whole bulletproof coffee thing, you'll recognize that the one kind of unappealing thing about it is that the MCT oil and butter will pool up on top as a sort of slimy oil slick layer. Here is the way to get around that. An egg yolk. Egg yolks contain lecithin. It is a natural emulsifier. I'm going to put this mic down for a second. Alright. I'm going to do the whole this thing. If we don't want egg whites in this, that's going to make it look kind of gross. If it's absolutely unavoidable, that's one thing, but... Alrighty, so you have your egg white, or egg yolk, the nice orange color here. What you're going to do is you're going to just plop this in. Shit. Let it burst, and then just stir it until it's incorporated. What you don't want it to do is cook, which it is kind of trying to do right now. Burst, damn it. Okay, here we go. Now, what are the macros like in this weird, horrifying concoction. Well, it's got a lot of energy in it. This thing will keep you feeling full and energized for in a very long time. It's around 450 calories. It is 20 plus grams of protein. It is around 30 grams of fat, but it's, half of it is peanut butter type fat, and then the other half is MCT oil type fat. It's got vitamin A, D, E, and then B2, B3, B5, B12, and then I think it's a source of potassium. This is just off the top of my head. But yeah, so it's starting to get incorporated, and because of the emulsification nature of the lecithin and the egg yolk, what we have now is like, really, this is kind of just like a thick ramen broth. Like, very much still just like a, drinkable liquid. This whole thing is a complete meal by itself. I'm gonna go... I'll take a sip of it. I need something else. I think more salt, actually. Because this is a completely unsalted bone broth shit, and that's... And the salt pours slowly. I might have over-gingered it. Oh yeah, it's much better. But yeah, you drink it, so it'll stay together now, and you can drink this. It is a full meal. It's faster to make when you aren't haphazardly explaining it to a camera. Okay, like, figure it out. You have the ingredients necessary, like, to eyeball it yourself. Figure out what you like. I'm assuming that this is going to sort of be a comedic joke to 80% of the audience, being like, haha, like... But for the 20% of you who are locked in, the real Silicon Valley psychos, the people who only eat because they have to, you're probably also taking a lot of Adderall, so it's great for that. Like, really great.